Guys, welcome back to my channel, and unfortunately it's really bright outside, so I have had to shut the curtains a bit. Hopefully you can still see things, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm showing you. So I haven't really got much battery left either, so I haven't really prepared this very well, have I? I wanted to bring you the blush palette and a comparison to the other blush palettes that I've got from Revolution, Makeup Revolution. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4... I think I've got 5, if I'm right. I've got 5 blush palettes, and I have a highlight palette as well, and I really wanted to bring that into the mix because I wanted to do a bit of a comparison to the blush palettes, and I've done some comparisons already during Makeup Revolution month because I believe that everything is slightly different. That's my belief anyway. So I'll start with the highlight palette because this highlight palette has only got 3 highlights in. It's got a gold, a peach and a lilac, and I'll just show you those 3 together. Yeah, actually it's really good that you can see the swatches today. That's good. The gold is probably a bit too gold for me. The peach is my favourite. I don't know what the colour is actually, it doesn't say it on there. And then the lilac is very silvery, so really pretty. They're very shimmery, they're very soft. In fact, they're better than the actual original blocks. They're not as scratchy. I think they're a lot smoother than those. So that's really good. And they do come up really beautiful on the hand. I don't know, I didn't buy this myself. A subscriber sent it to me, and I'm really pleased that I've got it because I never bought their original highlighters. So they're the 3 highlighters, and you can see them on my hand there. I've swatched them there, and the reason I've done that is because some of these blush palettes have got highlighters in or are primarily highlighters, and I wanted to do some comparisons there. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Sugar and Spice palette. I actually used this today, and I used that red one, I think, today on my cheeks. I really love this palette. The all of the 6 blushes here are matte, and then these 2 are those lovely marbled effect shimmery type ones. I would say this is more of a highlight and that's more of a blush topper, but I'll get into that. So you've got these really dark colours here, and then you've got these neutral ones, which are brilliant. These look like bronzers in this light, but in real life they're a bit more peachy, so I'll just show you those. You've got like a nude colour, which is that one, which I love this nude colour for the summer. And then this one, which is a really dark peach. And if used correctly, it will look really pretty on the cheeks. And I've got a feeling these 2 colours are the colours that are in the Golden Sugar 2. So I will show you those because I feel like they look similar. I'll have to do a bit of a swatcheroonie. But yeah, that one is just such a pretty colour. If you use a light hand, all of these work really well, but they are very pigmented. There's this gorgeous peach here, just stunning. I love that. I'm swatching them and I'm not showing you them. There's the peach there on that side of my hand, and there's that darker peach, and then that nude is just underneath. Whether you can see that or not, I'm not sure. And then you've got the 2 shimmery ones. You've got this very light purpley lilac, and it's much more silver than the original one. There's that one, and there's the lilac from the original highlight palette. And then there's this colour. It is a blush, definitely a blush, but it's got a lot of, I've done that in a really awkward place, a lot of shimmer in there. So I don't really use shimmery blushes very much, but it is very pretty, and it would look lovely on darker skin tones, I think. So that is the Sugar and Spice palette. So moving on, here is the Golden Sugar 2. I've done a comparison between Golden Sugar 1, Golden Sugar 2, and these are those 2 colours that I think are the same as the 2 colours in the Sugar and Spice. I'm just going to do a bit of a comparison. No, they're different. They're very different, in fact, actually. So I'll just hold them together so you can see. On the right hand side at the bottom, they're quite similar, but they're not. This is the Sugar and Spice one, those 2 colours, and this is the Golden Sugar. There is a slight difference, although in this light they don't look different. This one's a bit darker than this. They're much more warmer toned actually as well. Really lovely. I have done a comparison with this because I love this, and I wanted to see, I don't think there are any highlighters or blushes that are similar to any of those highlights that I've just shown you, or the blushes. Now I've had a look, I'm just going to swatch this gold one. Yeah, that's very different to the gold. I'll just put it next to it. Oh yes, it's much warmer, much more shimmery. So there's the original gold you can see, and there's the new gold, and they are very, very different. I believe that this is a must-have for anybody. I absolutely love this palette. Been using it a ton since I got it. And then we have the Ultra Blush palette in Golden Sugar, and there is some, again, I think, is that a dupe of that one now? Let's have a look. So these are the two colours in the Golden Sugar one. Let's have a look and see if they're the same. No, completely different. They're much more red tones. You can, whoopsie, you can see they're very different. So that's good. I thought they were the same as well in the other one. So again, we have no duplicates, and that is really, really good. When you're buying palettes like this, you don't want to have duplicates. The only ones that are very, very similar in the Golden Sugar 1 and 2, this one here, this copper, is extremely similar to the other one. This one is just a stunning coppery shade. The other one's got more glitter in. So if you're looking for one with a bit more glitter in, the other palette has that. They're very similar tones though, so you could probably get away with, if you're looking for this sort of coppery tone, then you could get away with that. Darker skin tones would look gorgeous with this on. For me though, it doesn't work on my face, but it does work on my eyes, so really happy with that. So let's look at these blush palettes here, the newest ones to my collection. And we have, there's actually, it looks like there's some dupes in here, but I'm hoping they don't. So this is the Blush Queen, and these are all Marble Effect ones. You've got this pink one here, which looks very similar to that pink one in the Sugar and Spice. Let's have a look. I shouldn't shut them because actually that's not helping at all. So, oh, they are very, very similar, but there is a slight difference, I think. So there's the Sugar and Spice. This is the Blush Queen. So let's have a look at that. That is much more red toned. Yes, much more coral. So there is a slight difference. That's good because I was worried about that. And then we have a number of different ones. I'm now looking at them. There isn't anything that duplicates in this one here. So let's have a look at the Golden Sugar. They look similar, but I bet you they're not at all. I can't get this open now. Oof. They're not easy to open. So in here, there looks to be maybe a dupe. Well, what's really interesting, where they're marbled, there's some differences. So I think this mauvey one on the top right looks very similar to this mauvey one and that mauvey one and that mauvey one. It looks similar to all of the mauvey ones that are in here. In fact, there seems to be like 5 mauvey ones, but I'm just going to do a swatch because I want to see. So that's the colour of that first one, which, is it the same as this one? No, they're different. That's much more pinky. Very similar though. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, you can really tell the difference when you swatch them. So let's have a look at these two. Look like similar colours in the actual pan. So we've got this mauvey one and this mauvey one. They're different colours again. Let's have a look. Oh, wow, they swatch really nicely. And I wonder if that looks like this mauvey one in the Golden Sugar. I'm just going to... Okay. Oh, they are all different colours, but just slightly. In this one, you can see there's this beautiful purple shimmer to that. Let's have a look. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, I like that one a lot. It's really pretty and it's unlike any of the others. And finally, this one here. Let's just see what this one throws up. Yeah, that's really pretty as well. Well, they're all pretty. I'm going to like them all, aren't I? And that is nothing like any of these in here. I'm really chuffed about that. What about this one? Let's see. Yeah, that one's similar to that one, but I think that's in the same palette. So, bizarre. So yeah, that is the Blush Queen on the bottom and the Golden Sugar. So I'm just going to get out the Golden Sugar too, because I just want to make sure there is no duplicates. Because if you're buying one, what's the point? I can definitely say that maybe one is similar. Let's just look at this one here. I'm just going to swatch that. Oh no, completely different once again. The one I thought was going to be similar was this mauvey tone here. It's really funny because they all look, sorry, this mauvey toned one here. They all look very similar, but once you swatch them, they are very, very different, which is good because that means that you don't duplicate anything. Brilliant. They might do the same thing on the cheek though. Don't know whether you can see, there's an array of colours there. ranging from sort of corally, warmer tones, cooler tones, corally, pinky, mauvey, and I think that's brilliant. So here we go with the last palette, and this is the Blush Goddess. You've got 4 matte blushes and you've got 4 lovely highlights there. Once again, you've got a gold, a lilac, a sort of champagne, and I'm not even sure what this one is at the end. It looks a bit matte actually. So I'm just going to have a look at these in comparison to my blush palette that I've got here in Sugar and Spice, which again I've shut. I'm pretty sure there is no duplicates. Yeah, there are none in the matte. No duplicates there whatsoever. These are much lighter at the top here than the ones in the Sugar and Spice. I love that they've really thought about this. That really gives me some comfort, because I feel like, you know, if you're buying these sorts of things, it would be a shame if you duplicated ones. So again, I've got this gold, and I'm just going to, very different once again, much more gold coloured. It's slightly warmer than the first one and definitely not as warm as the second one. What's this one here? Like a silvery tone. Oh, that's nothing like any of the ones I've swatched. Just a lovely silvery, I don't even know how to describe that. Very cool tone pink, very light. And then there's this one at the end. Oh, I love this one. I'm just going to swatch it on my arm. That is a very subtle highlight. Love it. And then this one, I'm not even sure if that is a highlight or not. Yeah, it sort of is. It's like a very, 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 very subtle. It's not even that shimmery, if I'm honest, but it is a highlight. So I'm really excited to keep testing these out. I have already used a couple of the blushes. I used this blush here, which is this lovely pink. I've used this blush as well, which is this lovely, very neutral colour. Really pretty, really, really pretty. And I should do a comparison with these and the matte blushes actually, because I do have those. Although looking at it, the only colour that I think would be sort of similar is one of these two. These two I don't think are in those blushes at all. So that's it. That's my blush swatches. They're not the best swatches on my arm. You can't really see them, but the whole point is to let you know that there isn't really any dupes in any of those palettes, like exact dupes. The only ones where there might be, I know that in the Ultra Contour palette, which I have here, it has that bright white shade here. And I know that that bright white shade is in the, oh, where are we? No, still the wrong one. I'm going with the wrong one. Golden Sugar. Let's have a look. And they're, oh, they are the same. They're exactly the same. But to be fair, I do use it. So that is worthwhile for me. Actually, looking at it, there's another one in the end there. Are they the same? Possibly this one and the other one in the end. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Oh, slightly yellowier, actually. So they're very, very similar. So yeah, if you've got the contour palette, you may not need to pick up this palette, but I use these. I use all of them. I use all of the... Actually, when I swatch it, they look very different. That looks more yellowy. How strange. So even then, there's, I think, depending on what marble you've got in there, it does give a different colour, etc. So I don't know. I love them. I really didn't think I would use my blush palettes as much. I do have lots of single blushes, but I feel like I do pick up my blush palettes so much more than the others. So I'm going to go now, and thank you very much for watching, and give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any of those blush palettes. If there are any that I should pick up that I haven't picked up, I'd really like to know. I'm now going to film one last video today, and it's going to be a comparison of the Ultra Eyeshadow 32 ones, which I've got. I've got Flawless, Flawless Mattes, Flawless 2. I thought I had Beyond Flawless, but I can't find it, and Affirmation. So I'm going to do that next. So I don't know when that will come up. It might be before or after this video. Never mind. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I really, really love that you're subscribing. So many more subscribers in the last 2 months than ever. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, guys.